Historical Museum Board, who are very grateful to give us the permission to actually do this.
Yeah, thank you, Sally. This is so exciting. Welcome, everybody. My name is Andrew Thurman. I'm the board president for the Shoreline Historical Museum. Please forgive my voice. I do have a little cold, but 3 negative COVID tests yesterday and today, so it's not COVID. But excuse me, pardon my voice, please. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, this is such an exciting day. You guys ready to put some plants and trees in the ground? Get this Miyawaki forest going. This is awesome. Thanks, everyone, for being here. This is just such an exciting day. And we're very glad to have you, and just really excited and ready to get this thing going. First, I would like to offer a land acknowledgement, so I'll read. I would like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional land of the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish people, past and present, and honor with gratitude the land itself and the Duwamish tribe. Thank you, and that is my role, fortunately, because of my voice and everything else. So I'm going to hand it off to our wonderful executive director, Kenneth Dowd, for the museum, and he has some words to say. But again, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Andrew, for that introduction. Again, thank you, everybody, so much for coming out and joining us.
People like you to stand here in front.
Well, I don't want to stand in front of the amazing speakers and guests that we have with us today, and we are incredibly grateful for Ken Workman, for Edie Lawyer Nelson, part of the Duwamish tribe, and for Mary Lee Jones and her family as well, part of the Yakima Nation. And we wanted to start by thanking you for joining us today, and some offerings that we have as well, which considering what the weather is doing, we thought that we would go ahead and start with. This first blanket that we have here, Edie, we would like to present to you. This is Sarah Agaton Holmes' New Day. She is Anishinaabe and Ojibwe. She creates patterns based on traditional beadwork to demonstrate beauty and warmth, and we are happy to present this to you. Would it be all right if we drape it over you?
Oh, sure.
Okay. To present Richard Dalton III's Blanket of Knowledge. Richard Dalton III is Tlingit, and his design is based on a Chilkat blanket featuring Raven the Creator. Would it be all right if we draped it around you? Okay.
Yes, thank you for getting on your knees.
And Mary Lee Jones, what happened to Mary Lee? Oh, there's Mary Lee. Great. To Mary Lee, we would like to present All My Relations. This is by Bethany Yellowtail, who is Absaluga, Tsetserestas, and Suta. Bethany's design removes the differences and blends the similarities of each of the tribal nations of which she is a part in a harmonious symbol of unity. So thank you very, very much. Okay, yeah, wrap it around the family, yeah. So once again, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. And I'll say a few words, and then we're very excited to hear a few words from you. But again, this is an opportunity to keep a little bit warm. So again, everybody, my name is Kenneth. I'm the director here at the museum. There are so many people that have been involved in this project, and so many people to thank. Over the course of this project, over the months and years coming, there are going to be a lot of opportunities to highlight more of the organizations and more of the people that have been involved in this. But to continue with this presentation and make sure that we get to planting, what I really want to start with first is just a show of hands here. Who here is involved in some of the local government from the City of Shoreline, City of Lake Forest Park, City of Seattle, King County, Washington. A lot of great hands. Thank you all so much for showing up. It is because of so many of the local governments that we have that we're able to do a project like this, and particularly those from the City of Shoreline. Really grateful for all of the questions around permitting and making sure that we are doing everything to guarantee that this forest is going to be able to flourish. This next group, though, is really the core group that has been involved in creating this. Anybody who is a member of the Miyawaki Forest Friends, could you raise your hands? Look at all of these hands. So it's really because of the Miyawaki Forest Friends that we have this project that is coming together. This group of people has grown over the nearly 18 months that we have been talking about this, making presentations to our board, doing outreach, doing so many tasks. This dedicated group of community members have put in their time, their energy, their resources, so much of themselves to make sure that we all get to be here today. So thank you again to all of the Miyawaki Forest Friends. And then the next thing I want to ask is, who here, show of hands, has supported this project in some other way, shape, or form? And this is a trick question because everybody gets to raise their hand here. Because by coming here, and joining in on this event today, you are demonstrating the support for everything that we do. Not only the support for this project, for the Miyawaki Forest, not just demonstrating the support for the Shoreline Historical Museum, but all demonstrating support for each other and this community that we have. And that is one of the things that has been so incredible for I think all of us as part of this project, is that this has been an opportunity for us to all really listen and hear what our neighbors want and what our communities need. And it's because of really listening to those things that we decided that this vacant lot right here could become something beautiful, could become this forest that we could all be a part of creating and all be a part of watching to grow. So thank you to everybody who is here to show that support, and thank you to everybody who has not been able to make it as well. People have again, been able to contribute and be a part of this community and our larger communities as well. So thank you to everybody who is here today. With all of that being said, I am once again incredibly honored to have so many of members here today. Edie Lawyer Nelson is a member of the Duwamish tribe and also one of our longtime board members. And Edie, we are once again incredibly grateful to have you here. I'd like to pass the mic off to you.
Thank you. This is wonderful after all the years of activity on the museum. Seeing us grow like this is very moving. I'm going to give a little blessing to start the ceremony off. I'm going to give up the blanket for a minute. May our ancestors' spirits be with us this day as we add to our land's beauty by planting trees. May this project provide additional educational opportunities for our community as humans and nature interact together. And may the community spirit that made this project happen continue to enrich us as we go forward. Bless the trees.
Thank you so much, Edie. Next, I would like to pass the mic to Ken Workman, member of the Duwamish tribe, and I know many of us have had the honor of listening to Ken speak about forests, and very excited to have you join us today, Ken. Thank you.
Ken. These are the words of the native people of this area. These are the words that we have been speaking for thousands and thousands of years. And these are the words that were taken from us and that we're beginning to speak once again. By way of formal introduction, Yayus means work, and Stobes means man. My English name Workman and my native name Yayus Stobes are one and the same. I have only one name, and that is the name given to me by God. Yayus Stobes Tizda at the Dawabs Ish. I am of the Dawamish families. As East, Edie Lawyer Nelson. And Edie Lawyer Nelson and I are cousins. And it's an honor to be here today with our relatives from Yakima. And it's an honor to be here today, here with you, as we celebrate the planting of these trees. When I say I am Yayustub Zata Dawabs, I am also Akwe, Siab, Siab, Chud. And that just means great-great-great-great-grandson of Chief Seattle, I am. And so I know it's beginning to rain, and so we're going to try to cut this as short as I can and still get to the point. That in 1855, when my grandfather was getting ready to sign a treaty that gave this land away, this land that we know as Seattle, he said to the governor at that time that we require unencumbered access to our burial grounds. And this was not an ask, but it was a requirement, because we as Native people know that we are part of this place. We are not separate from it. And so as we're here today to plant these trees, I would remind you of what my great-great-great-great-grandfather was talking about. And we know what he was talking about is true and is proven in science today, that whatever's in the ground is in the trees. And that when we would take our ancestors to these burial places, that our ancestors, grandma and grandpas and aunties and uncles, would go back down into the ground. We're going old style. Okay, here we go.
Hello?
So that we know as Native people that our aunties and uncles migrate back up into the roots of plants. They migrate back into the trees. And we know this because of this relationship of the mycorrhizal fungi that's in the ground. That's that little white fungi under the maple leaves this time of year. And that they end up back in these trees. And so this planting that we are doing here today, we know as Native people, as told by my great-great-great-great-grandfather, that we were all part of this. Because you are here touching these plants, you are part of this. And as these plants grow and all the stuff that's in this ground ends up back in these trees, we say, thank you, grandmother and grandfather, for your life. That we thank you, Creator, for all of the people that are on the planet here today. And we say, which is simply thank you, my friends, for your big work and your big hearts. And then finally we say, hoi, which means I am done talking now.
Thank you so much, Ken, for those words. Finally, we have Mary Lee Jones from the Yakima Nation and her family. Mary Lee, thank you so much for joining us today. Yeah.
Shek Maitski, International Community. Eti Ewa Shakui, Inli Iwa Itla Yayane, Isha Lahai. Inni timna ayayat ma kut kut. Good morning. My name is Mary Lee Jones. I am grateful for today. I'm grateful to bring the work of my mother, Marlene Yamtinik, my daughter, Joelle. Her name is Lachai, which means light. Today I want to also give an acknowledgement to the brother and to the sister, to the elder in front of the plants. The plants are the true elders of our world. They were here before us. And so in saying this, we give ourselves and we open up ourselves in a way that anything that we've ever done, we look at and take inventory. Whether it was done by our hands or our voice, or whether it was done by our humankind. We are put on this earth as a testament to learn from these silent teachers of these plants. The diversity, it's necessary. The ability to network, like he talked about, with the network under the ground. Everything that happens below the ground also happens above the ground. The disease, the hurt, the climate change, the breakage. Hearing about some of the things that took place within our people and some of the atrocities. We cannot skip that. We have to be aware and present. That is why the work that's being done today, from your heart to mine, it means the world. Because that means right now, today, we are on the same plane. We are here for a commonality. Not to point at who did what, but to say, Creator, please forgive us. Plants, we are watching. We are trying to be in alignment. Because this is the way that we are supposed to be. We are supposed to be put in the ground, and during that time we grow. And when we grow, there are certain times of the year that we're a medicine, that we come up, and we're not all a medicine at the same time. And then there's times that we go down and we have to rest. And then we come back knowing that we provide freely of ourselves a medicine. And that's what each and every one of you are today. From the littlest beings to the eldest. Our hearts, our blood, all of it right now is the same age, because we've been on this earth and survived so much. And so the things that you're doing today, I really challenge you, because the part that gets to me is understanding some of the plights of our people that I was never taught about in school. So to have the Duwamish elders here, it warms my heart that yes, 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 we are still here. We are still here. The teachings are still here. And in acknowledging this, I also wanted to share a song, so I'm going to teach you a song. I'm going to give you a song. Now the thing about this is you need to turn off any recorders. This is how I was taught, from my elders down to all of the children, is that when it's being shared, you be present, you listen, and you try this from your heart. You don't think about yesterday or tomorrow, you be present in the moment. And so the words I'm going to share with you, I'm going to ask you just, and I had to break it down a little bit, but there's only 4 words I'm going to share with you. The first time I go through this, when it's actually the song, you'll hear me and my family sing it. The second time, you will sing it with me. The third time, you will share it loudly. And take up these breaths, and I'll tell you what each word means. So the first one, can I get some of the kiddos to help me up here, please? Just stand right up front here, because they have the most energy. These kiddos are the closest to the Creator. So stand in front right here. It's almost like Christmas caroling, really. Okay, good job, good job. Okay, so no report about this song is that it's saying, Alna, let's go, the earth is calling. Let's go, the earth is calling. That's all it's telling us to do. It doesn't say what it's calling for. It's for you to pay attention. When you see things happening, you respond in a way, because there is language without words. And that's what we have to I want to say too, in closing, I want to say thank you to this community. This is a blessing to my heart because in 2003, my late husband was diagnosed with leukemia, and we stayed out here in Shoreline, just not too far on Linden Ave. And so when I was looking at where we were coming to, I was really shocked because this Christmas, I'll be 55, I'll be a semi-elder, but I will be celebrating that, knowing that this is a huge honoring that's happening, not only just for the land, for our people, but also for my husband and warming my heart. The work that's going to be done, I'm going to ask you to do one thing. If you could put your hands together, and I want you to think of somebody you love. And while I share this, I want you to know that the person that I love, he used to bring me chai tea and a breakfast burrito. This man used to walk me on breaks all the time. This man made sure that I had my yarn with me so I could weave. This man drove me wherever I needed to go. This man gave to me 3 beautiful children, Avery, Jordan, and Joe. Avery is a graduate out of Northwest Union College. Jordan is a Marine, and Joelle is studying plants. This is the love that I have, and it comes from my mom. The energy that you have in your hands right now, that's the love of your person. That's the love of whether it be your grandparent, your sister, your brother, your mate, your child, your beautiful child that the Creator's gifted you. That energy, I want you to put that next to the person around you now. And I want you to feel all of that energy, all of that medicine. When you plant, this is what heals our planet. This is what heals our earth. And so with that, I want to say thank you to Mary Beckler, to Ethan Bryson, and to our crew here for making this happen. I look forward to today. Even if it's raining, it's cleaning the ground.
Thank you so much, Charlie, and thank you to everybody for sharing those words. I do want to pass things off to Ethan Bryson now to talk a little bit about how the day is going. And at the same time, I also really want to thank Ethan Bryson for connecting us with SUGI, this organization that has provided the funding and the ability for us to be able to plant this forest today. When we first got together, we thought that we were going to be planting this in 2024, and that year-long timeline got condensed into just a couple of months, which we are very, very excited about. Also want to give a big thanks to Ethan's team. We have Josh out there, and earlier this week we also had Travis that was helping, so thank you all so much.
Thanks, Ken. Thanks, everyone. I'm just going to get a little shelter. Sorry that you're out in the rain, but we'll get moving soon. So if you want to do jumping jacks to warm up, feel free when you have space. We're gonna get like crazy. So this is the Miyawaki method. I'll give a really condensed version of what it is. Potential natural vegetation, basically how nature would have been before we messed it up. So we're trying to recreate that. This is also known as rewilding. So we are all rewilders now. So thank you. We have 6 sections. Hopefully you know what your section is. If you don't, you can ask someone in a red hat. They all have red hats. If you don't know, you can ask. Yeah, you can ask this lovely lady in the red here, and you can ask me, and you can ask several other people who are the planting leaders at the front of each section if you're not sure. So we'll have planting leaders that will explain what's happening in your section. Their division is marked out by the orange tape. They'll let you know which plants to plant first. There'll be 2 plants per person. The plant spacing is the distance between your elbow and the tip of your finger. I know it's different for everyone, but that's okay. We're planting trees like they would, birds would drop seeds essentially, or things happen naturally. So it's random, we're not planting the same species next to each other, and it's very dense. So in a space of 6 parked cars, which is about 1,000 square feet, we're planting 300 to 350 trees. So overall, there's over 1,200 trees here we're planting. the planting leaders will give you shovels. They'll explain many details about how we're putting the trees in the ground. The trees are going to go at the depth of the pot, not too high, not too low. And then again, we're just planting in a random order, not straight lines. There's already some holes pre-dug, so please be careful not to trip over the holes. Safety is very important. I'll leave it to Ken to speak some more about safety, but just make sure that when you are using the shovels, you put them down, turtle shell facing up, so people don't do a Three Stooges and step on the shovel and hit yourself in the face. And the most important thing is have fun today. The trees, the squirrels, the crows, everyone else is out in the rain, so it's just a little while we have to be out in the rain. So thank you so much for being out here in this weather. It's a brief amount of time, but this force will be here a very long time, so thank you so much. Actually, one more thing.
We, in our local language, we would use the two characters of AC on the end of a plant to signify it's the entire thing. So when I say jump